What's up, YouTube? On this episode of Coddiwomple Overland, we're going to be going to Overland Expo East 2021, and then we're going to go check out the Potts Mountain Jeep Trail. Coddiwomple Overland is proudly powered by Cummins Off-road, home of the Lifetime powertrain. Also in part by Overland Vehicle Systems, Faster Flate, and Trail-Rated Coffee. When we left you on last episode, we had made it to a campsite in the George Washington National Forest just outside of Arrington, Virginia. Late in the evening last night, we were joined by another YouTube channel, and that was Wonder With Us. None of us had been to an Expo East, so it didn't take long for us to get packed up and make our way towards Arrington. Just like many of our other trips, the weather wasn't completely cooperating with us. We were hoping later in the day it would get a little better though. Even though the sun wasn't shining, the views along the South Fork of the Piney River was still pretty cool. Within about 30 minutes of leaving camp, we had made our way to Expo East 2021. After we all got checked in and got our hands stamped, it was off into Overland East to see what a Disneyland for Overlanders looked like. One of the first things that we noticed was the amount of huge, over-the-top overlanding rigs that were here on display. There was also a large amount of vans, as well as pull-behind campers. Kelly kind of had his eye on this bed replacement system for the Power Wagon. Given the fact that at the time of Expo we were waiting any day now on our new Gladiator, we had to stop and check out some of the camping and storage solutions for trucks.
It's for one skinny guy.
Yeah, I think it's a single. They're that way.
Almost took me a demo ride on a Harley adventure bike, but decided not to. We spent some time talking to people like Garmin and some other folks. You may recognize this guy. After hitting a couple more vendors and making our way through the rest of the expo, we decided to make our way on back towards the trails. One thing that we didn't count on was the incredible amount of overlanders in a small rural area. Apparently the area wasn't ready, and many of the gas stations were out of fuel. Apparently Josh was out of fuel too, as he misplaced his Overland burger from McDonald's.
Oh, he's the bastard, yeah.
What?
You! Big man!
We're letting you find it.
You put it there.
After leaving town, the plan was to make our way back up the Piney River to our camp that we had stayed at the night before. We all knew that it was going to be a huge gamble that our campsite was still going to be available because it was Saturday and there was a big amount of overlanders in the area. It was a good thing that we didn't bet the farm, because our campsite, in fact, was taken. The group decided that we would use the rest of the daylight that we had to make our way a little bit closer to Potts Mountain.
Like it happened in Little Town. We're not sure where we're at, but it's happening.
I love it.
these old houses through here are beautiful. The leaves are changing a little and falling. It's pretty.
As the shadows started getting longer, we made our way along this stream, and it was beside this stream that we found the perfect campsite.
So we actually had one that went into the hitch before.
After a great night at camp, we hung around just a little bit longer, as a couple of us was going to be leaving today. What happened this morning?
Well, I had left my truck on accessory to charge my Jackery, and I left it on accessory all night long.
Okay,
Yeah.
So dead battery. Luckily, one of us in the group has a booster pack. We've shown this on our channel several times, but this is the first time we've actually done it where we've had somebody out in the woods that was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all got booster cables, but if you were out here by yourself,
Booster cables wouldn't do me any good.
wouldn't help at all, right?
Nope.
All right, so this is the GB40. They make bigger models of this, but this is the one that we use, and it will fire up a V8. This is the 6.4 Hemi that he's got, so I'm just gonna plug it up. Power on. It's boosted.
Oh, I just seen the light come on.
Yeah.
Now on this, the hood light. Now on this, do I have to wait for this or just go?
About 30 seconds.
Okay.
Just let it sit there. By the time you get in it, it should start.
All right. I'm just gonna radio off. It wouldn't even turn off. Hemi and an 800 drink amp AGM battery.
It was completely dead.
Completely dead because I left it on for 12 hours. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm buying one.
After getting Kelly cranked up with the NOCO, everybody finally started packing up and getting ready to take off for the day. We left camp as a group, but when we made it to Blacktop, there was going to be a couple that were going to be leaving us. Mike and Laura had to get back home, so they were going to be going their direction, and so was Jeremy and Kim. They were going to have to go home too. We found Blacktop and was going to continue our adventure on towards the Potts Mountain Jeep Trail. By the time we made it to the Potts Mountain trailhead, it was mid-afternoon and everybody was getting hungry. After lunch, everybody was ready to hit the trail.
I should be able to do this in 2 high, right, Bill?
Yeah, for this part. While Josh was only joking about doing the Potts Mountain Jeep Trail in 2-wheel drive, none of us really knew what lay ahead of us.
There you go.
The further we climbed up the trail, the more intense the obstacles became. Did y'all just hear that metal pop? You'll find out what it was later.
Stay that side. There, he's hooked. They're good now.
Stop. Driver. Easy.
Nice and easy. Alright, stop. Let's go this way. Back up just a little bit.
You're fine, hon.
Hard passenger. Yep, back up just a touch.
Josh has got that side, so you're fine.
Stop. Come driver. Driver. Keep going. Driver. Driver. Yeah, straighten back up. Come to me. There you go. There you go.
That was cool. I was like, that was cool.
Come this way. There you go.
This awesome looking FJ was a new addition to our group. They had met up with Josh in the past and caught up with us last night. Matt makes this obstacle look easy.
That's the best wheel lifts ever.
Next it was Kelly's turn in the big girl. As we made it past that obstacle without any issues, we continued to climb in elevation. As we continued that climb in elevation, the colors continued to change. Once we got to what we thought was the top of the hill, we started running into other obstacles, such as mud holes.
You don't think it looks that bad?
It doesn't, I guess,
No, it
but it
doesn't.
doesn't look that deep.
Yeah. If I had these tires new, I would absolutely give that a shot.
One of the other obstacles you might want to think about before you hit this trail is the amount of pinstripes that you might get. Which way do we want to go?
Well, I don't know yet. Let's see which way it says obstacle. They both look bad to me.
It was time for our next uphill obstacle, and it was also time for us to get out and take a look at it, see which way we wanted to go. If you're coming in the way we did, the obstacle was the trail on the left and the bypass was the one on the right. And yeah, I chose the one on the left.
Hold up, your back fender.
I know it doesn't look like it in the video, but this is super off camber and really slick. Had it not been, the easy way around was to go up around the high side and go around it. That just wasn't going to work here.
That probably don't look good on the back fender. Oh, now you're really bad.
While it may not seem like the thing to do, sometimes you have to turn into the obstacle
Good job.
to get away from it.
Keep coming. You got him, Kelly. I don't.
By this time, Josh had noticed an issue with his Gladiator. His four-wheel drive light was flashing, and he wasn't sure what the issue was, so he chose the bypass. Next in line to give it a shot was Brian in his Lexus.
Nice and easy. Use that 2 foot that I talked about. Straighten your wheel back up a little bit. The other way. All right. Nice and easy. Back up just a touch. Straight back. All right, give it a little bump. Stop, come forward, bump it. Okay.
Well, the preferred approach to this obstacle is to stay close to the downhill bank and use your rock slider. Brian didn't have his rock sliders on yet, which proved to be a problem, so I had to try to keep him up as far away from it as possible.
Use that brake a little more. Now. Stop. Come straight just a little bit more.
After multiple attempts at trying to get the Lexus up this obstacle, it just wasn't going to happen, and we were forced to back it off. Next in line, it was Matt and the FJ.
Stop right there. Turn downhill. Just turn. Turn? Yep. Alright, so turn passenger. Barely put it in reverse and let it slide back about an inch. You're going to slide over when it does. Alright, stop right there. Bring the wheel back, driver. Come to me real easy. Come to me real easy. Come on. Come on, you're good. You're good. Stop right there. Passenger. Super easy. Come down. Go back. Stop right there. Come back to hard driver. Alright, come to me. You're doing great. Perfect. Come this way, come this way, come this way. To me. There you go. Alright, turn it back the other way. Stop. There you go. There you go. To me just a little bit. It's going to level you out. Straight up. Straight up. You're out.
Good job. Good job, Bill. You just gave him a heart attack.
Oh, yeah. Come on, send it, Kelly.
Kelly tries everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Now it was time for Kelly to give a shot in that big power wagon. Kelly's got several disadvantages when it comes to this obstacle. He's long, he's heavy, the body panels stick out farther than the tires, and he's got slick tires. The tire shortage problem has become a real issue for several of us. If anybody knows where you can find some 37 by 1350 17s, please let us know in the comments below. Even with all these disadvantages, Kelly and I were still determined to try to get this big ram up around the obstacle.
The shit you get me into.
I know. We can't make it easy.
Hey,
Yeah.
only other way we could do it is just bring your front tire up to here.
Yeah.
And just crowd that and use your rock slide.
Instead of trying to go up so high at all.
Yeah, but the only problem is I'm afraid you're going to get your bedside right there.
Get into that rock once I get over. Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I know. I watched it.
So that I could get you around this, but I don't think I get you around this.
Yeah.
We can try it if you want to. And if worst comes to worst, I'll set up a change of direction over there and we'll hook your slider and I'll pull you back off of it.
Yeah, so we don't have to drag all of it. Yeah.
If it's worth that.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. There's Sam up there? Yeah. Hey Sam! How much is the husband? Sorry. Brian! How much does the trade-in value go down if you cave in 2 doors? A little bit? Let's give it another slow try.
After finding out the trade-in value would only minimally drop with 2 caved-in doors, Kelly wanted to try it again.
There you go. Hard pass.
After one last attempt, Kelly came to his senses and decided to accept defeat and back the big girl down. As we continued to ascend this mountain trail, it became more and more rocky, but we didn't have any idea just how rocky it was going to get.
Obstacle.
As we came up on the next obstacle, we found another group trying to get through it. This 5-foot rock wall is the obstacle. These guys were actually winching their rigs up the bypass or the main trail. As we were waiting for our turn at the obstacle, we realized what that loud pop on Josh's Gladiator was. It was a broke shock. This broke shock also cut the line to his ABS sensor, which was causing his light to flash. Next, it was our turn to take on the obstacle, or the bypass rather.
Yeah.
Come on.
This way. Yeah, you're good. Right here. That's right there.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. He's past his death.
Okay, you're gonna drop. Yeah, I would. Okay, and yeah, you're good. That way a little bit. Here. Yeah.
Watch Kelly. Watch Kelly.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
going that way for? Huh? Was no one spotting him, so he just went straight?
It'll slide now.
Right around.
You're good now. Come more right towards me. Once you pop it, okay, there, now turn right, or drop, passenger.
Right, yeah, right there. Just where you're at.
Yeah, there you go.
Back up before, all right, 6 inches.
You're on a big old rock.
I've been having some problems with my front e-locker. Now would have been a great time to have had it.
Wait a minute, back up for just a minute.
I'm right on it.
You're rubbing this big rock right here.
Load it up. You want me to load it up a little bit?
Yeah, now, yeah, you got it.
And bump it. Wait.
You're okay, you're in good shape now.
Hey, wait. Back up just a little.
Spot him? I think you're better at it.
Listen, brother, no, I don't.
What are you saying?
That's good.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, a little
He's
bit.
gonna hang on his
Now,
frame.
come this way a little bit. A little bit. There. Straight up.
Just a bit.
There you go.
Let me see if I can find you some rocks. Although that's not.
Wait a minute. If he slides off this rock though, he's screwed.
Come down.
Just barely missed it, didn't he? Where's he going, Kelly?
Yeah, pass me off.
We hit this obstacle from several different angles, and this was the same place that the group before us was having to winch through.
You're good. You're going to come up over this root.
We keep giving out here, Bill.
Yeah.
We even tried the old school rock stacking.
Hey, Bill, I'm a little sketched on this one.
You think? As you should be. This is more than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this.
Yeah.
Well, and it's wet.
Yeah.
Is he clear up there?
No, he's got to cut passenger.
All right, back off, Bill. Let me get this hole. You're going to have to come past it pretty hard for that rock.
I figure we're going to have to stack rocks anyway for everybody, so might as well stack them now.
You're pretty good.
All right. You're good. Keep coming at me. Keep coming at me. Right there on your, right there. There you go. Keep coming. Okay, now straighten up, Bill. Right there. No, there you go. Anything?
Nah. I think you're just going to have to run a line. I'd just run a line.
Well, Deb was right. Rather than break something else, it was time to run a line. After we got me through the obstacle and looked a little further and seen more rocks ahead of us, we all decided the smart thing to do was turn me back around, come back down off of this obstacle, and the rest of us go all the way back down to the bottom, find a place to camp. We had some vehicles that were really nice and a daily driver, and one that was nearly stock. We knew that we were going to cause some body damage on those if we tried to force the issue. Once I got turned around, coming back down this obstacle wasn't nearly as difficult as going up.
Now turn. Bill?
Just a hair, yeah. Just a bit so you're not in that rock face. A little more. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Right on the frame.
Right to me. How bad is he on that side?
He's good. Straight to Callie, to Callie. There you go. So that way he's climbing on that back wheel.
He's coming this way, right?
Yeah. See him back there?
Whoa!
Did he drop?
Yeah, it slid right off. You're good.
Yeah. How is he on that side?
You're good right now. Yep. Whoa.
Yeah, right where you're at. You got it. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, tires right on it right now. Yeah, yeah. A little further. Yeah, there you go.
Keep going.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
Oh, hellion.
I'll bring up the rear with Josh in front of me in case he has issues.
But not like that, right? Like we're just off-roading and stuff.
Once we made it back down to the bottom of the mountain, we met a couple other rigs where we all decided to hang out at the trailhead and camp for the night.
She packed a backpack because she was like, I was like, AirPods.
After having breakfast for dinner, it was time to watch the stars for a little while before heading off to bed. The next morning, Deb set up a coffee bar with trail-rated coffee. In addition to having several different blends of their outstanding coffee, she had set up several different ways to brew it. I know we've talked a lot about how great their coffee is in the last few episodes, but what we haven't talked a whole lot about is what they do for the trail community. A portion of all of Trail-Rated's proceeds go towards trail rehabilitation projects or trail cleanup projects. So when you buy Trail-Rated coffee, not only are you getting great coffee, but you're helping keeping our trails open too. We'll leave a link to their website in the description below and let them know that you've seen it here. After breakfast and coffee, it was time for everybody to air up and start making our way towards home. As we left the Potts Mountain trailhead, our day didn't end here. We actually decided to follow part of the Mid-Atlantic Backcountry Discovery Route down toward Damascus, Virginia on our way home. This is where we left Josh as he was making his way home in another direction than we were. Ourselves, Kelly and Tracy, and Wonder with us continued on the Mid-Atlantic backcountry discovery route, heading back toward Kentucky.
Where the Dirty Dancing was filmed.
Oh, that's cool. I remember that movie.
This was a really cool trip. All of us at Coddiwomple Overland really had a great time hanging out with the folks from Wander With Us, Downsouth Off-road and Outdoor, and Overlanding Now. We can't wait to do it with them all again. We also had a great time meeting new people that we had met along the trail and at the expo. We're going to leave a link to all of these YouTube channels in the description below. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.